am here to talk about Lucy, which happens to be North America's northernmost elephant. Lucy is the lone elephant at the Edmonton Valley Zoo in Edmonton, Alberta. She originally was born in Sri Lanka and has been at the Edmonton Valley Zoo since 1977. She currently is 44 years old. About 20 years ago, I actually visited Lucy at the Edmonton Valley Zoo when I was just there for a visit. Unfortunately, I did leave the zoo in tears. The reason being simply that her enclosure was much too small, and she was actually standing outside in the cold, which made me very, very sad. Little did I know that 20 years ago here I'd be talking actually about her. Before the zoo, Lucy did have a little bit of a life. This is the history that we do know. She was born in Sri Lanka as well, and she became from the Pinnawala Elephant Orphanage, which is an elephant breeding center. She was sold to the zoo by a wildlife broker. And then in 1977, at the age of 2, she did arrive at the Edmonton Valley Zoo, and formerly known, of course, as the Storyland Valley Zoo. Lucy's physical health has been dated back to 1989. It was recorded that Lucy started having foot issues, which is a common ailment in captive elephants. Since 1989, she suffered foot issues so bad that there was pus-filled bleeding abscesses on her feet from the infections. Lucy was also diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, which wild elephants are not known to have arthritis in the wild. Unfortunately, it is a captive elephant disorder where they develop arthritis due to lack of exercise, hard surfaces such as cement, and cold or damp living conditions, among a few others. In 2004, Lucy was diagnosed with breathing problems, such as wheezing that the zoo then had not made a diagnosis of. Unfortunately, Lucy does continue to suffer from these health issues to this day. She also has been shown to suffer from psychological issues as well. To get an idea as to how much walking a wild Asian elephant does typically in a day in the wild, I decided to do 3 20-kilometer walks, each 3 separate days. 2 of them in June and July 2018, so 1 per month, and then as well 1 earlier this summer. The reason I did is I wanted to raise awareness as to Lucy's plight, spread the word as to what is happening with her, as well as Asian elephants. Also to get more of an idea as to how far that distance actually is. Most of us will do a run or a walk, like a 5K or a 10K walk. They don't really understand necessarily how far that actually is. So I did do it once, twice, or 3 times total. And I did actually come across a lot of people that had some things they didn't know, some misconceptions, which we'll get into in just a moment. Unfortunately, Lucy's exercise consists of roughly 2 to 3 kilometers a day when elephants can walk, usually between 10 and 20 kilometers per day. And of course, little exercise and cold weather temperatures do make Lucy's health troubles a whole lot worse. Lucy's living area at the Edmonton Valley Zoo is extremely small. We're talking only half an acre. It has no trees, no pools, no foliage, no other elephants to keep her company. Her bars are quite similar, as you can see in the photo, to what they use in prisons. She has nowhere in her inside enclosure to leave the public eye, so she can't escape if she wants a quiet moment alone. And then she stands on cement, which you can see in the picture here, which is painful to her feet and her joints. We are ultimately, many people around the world are hoping Lucy will get sent to a sanctuary. 2 of them that she would be able to move to, one of which is the Paws Sanctuary in California and the Elephant Sanctuary in Tennessee. They are both much more suited to a life for an elephant. They both have the weather being warmer. There's acres of space for Lucy to roam and live a life she chooses, and is completely free to do what she likes, as well as different than the life she has now. She would have the companionship of elephants should she so choose to interact with them, as well as her respiratory issues would not be as severe due to better weather climate. Some of the misplaced misconceptions is Lucy was sent to a sanctuary or is dead. No, she's in fact alive and still at the zoo. Lucy's old captivity unfortunately does lessen their ages by about 30 years, so she is roughly a middle-aged elephant. She's costly to the residents in the city of Edmonton to move. Her travel costs are actually taken care of. And we've also been told that Lucy doesn't walk in the snow, but in fact, as you can see from the picture, she in fact does. Lucy, they said, does not get along with other elephants. There's a picture here of her with Samantha. And then as well, Lucy's too old to go to a sanctuary. Again, older elephants have been moved with no issues. And Lucy's trainers don't show her Bowflex. This is what a bow hook is. It is a long handle with a steel hook on the end. Usually the elephant has memories of being jabbed with that hook in areas such as their anuses. Behind their ears is extremely tender. In order to show that, it shows dominance from the trainer. So of course they have that memory of that. Same ways you can make a difference. You can support Leap for Lucy's efforts to raise awareness about Lucy's plight. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter. They also have a leapforlucy.com. You can talk to your local government, even in Red Deer, anywhere in the world actually. You can actually talk to them about raising awareness and ask them to speak up on her behalf. If everybody does that, this is actually a really great quote I love, is whenever one person stands up and says, wait a minute, this is wrong, it helps other people do the same. And that is a quote that is on Leap for Lucy's webpage. So if you want to check it out, go on ahead, and I hope this raises a little more awareness about Lucy's plight.